Welcome to another episode of FMD TV. Today we're going to talk about retirement advice and really who needs it, including look at 5 common mistakes people make in the lead up to retirement. Joining me today is Nicola Beswick, Senior Financial Advisor at FMD and FS Power 50 Advisor, and also Jason Colesia. Jason's a Senior Advisor at FMD who's been with the business now for some 15 years. Thank you both for joining me. So first of all, Jason, when should you seek advice in the lead up to retirement?
Thanks, Lee. It's a great question. So the best time to seek advice is essentially the sooner the better. But the reality is a lot of people are working through sort of paying down their mortgage, getting the kids through school and so forth in their 40s. Therefore, we find around 50 onwards is a great time to start to reach out to an advisor. You have about 10 years plus at that age before you're going to retire, and that's the time to start to put a plan in place to build up that wealth to support your retirement. It also gives you the time to maximise your understanding of the opportunities that you might not be aware of and improve your financial position when retirement does come.
A lot of people say, I wish I did this sooner. They just got caught up in everyday life. Things take over. You've got to deal with work, family, mortgage repayment, for example, and they don't realise how quickly time goes. 100% of the time people say, I wish I did this sooner. So it's always starting as early as possible is the key thing. A lot of people are a little bit more hesitant about sharing some of the things that they've experienced through their life because particularly things may not have turned out the way that they thought and may be a little bit embarrassed about the situation.
The second mistake that we often see is thinking there's no need to pre-plan for retirement or that you can do it yourself. So people often think I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But good financial planning, ideally, is at least 10 years out. It can make a big difference to a happy retirement without the money worries. But if you've left it later than that, it's still worth doing as soon as you can. People often assume that they'll have control over their retirement when it comes. But the reality is we see many clients forced into an early retirement because of redundancy, an illness, or something completely unexpected. So good financial advice can tell you exactly where you stand, ideally while you're still in control of the timeline. So that means starting early. You may think of that you can plan for retirement yourself, but there is a lot of technical knowledge that you need to have, given the rules are constantly changing. And look, we've had some recent sort of announcements around the super rules changing, the $3 million cap on super benefits before it gets taxed at a higher rate. All these type of things we can help you understand so that you are going into it with your eyes wide open. And look, depending on your circumstances, there could be opportunities around super contributions, starting an income stream to help you transition to that retirement, savings tax on earnings in the superannuation environment. And another big one is estate planning strategies to potentially save some tax for non-dependents.
One of the things that I see going through that initial stage of getting advice, particularly in the early stages of putting a financial plan together, is that real peace of mind and that sense of relief that people get throughout that initial part of the journey. I've had so many clients that have hugged me, particularly at the end of the first 6 months or year, because they've really seen what they're achieving, where they're going, and the burden of that stress that's been in the back of their mind that they may not have necessarily realised has gone. And they can feel a lot more certain and a little bit more in control about their financial future. One of the things that we do see leading into people when they first start the journey is they don't realise how easy it is and how these really small changes that they can make can have a huge positive impact on their life. And that is fundamentally the reason why I decided to become a financial planner. It was there are these little things out there that are so small but yet hugely powerful in the long run that people can employ, and they just don't know about it. And that is one of the hidden unknown facts about what we do as financial planners to the general public.
But the biggest reason to seek professional advice is to answer that question: do you or do I have enough funds to have that comfortable retirement? Because the last thing that you want to do is think that you've planned it all correctly, you retire, and then 15 years down the track, you've run out of money and you're forced to either sell your home or be on a full age pension, and that's your only source of income, because as all of us know, that's not a lot of income to be able to survive off in this day and age. So, and also for couples, navigating the big lifestyle change together, it is a big change to your situation. So talking about it, getting on the same page can bring a lot of peace of mind to the relationship, and having a professional guiding you do that can create a lot of harmony.
Finding someone that you can trust, particularly when you want to talk about your financial circumstances, it can seem very daunting. Knowing who is in your corner is a huge thing that weighs on people's mind. I say to people, you will know straight away if the person you are talking to on the other side of the desk really gets you. It's that little feeling that we know, it's the intuition that tells us, yes, this is the person for me. That is probably the most beneficial advice that I can say whenever you're looking at employing a financial planner to help you. That little voice that says, yes, they get me, that's when you know you've found someone. You want to make sure that, of course, that they're registered, they've got all the appropriate qualifications and things like that. That's really important in the journey, because you do want to have that security there. But once again, having that connection where someone's listening to you, they're understanding you, and they get what you're trying to achieve now and in the future, hands down, that's the most important thing to look for.